Hey everyone, Kyle once again. Welcome back to the next episode review of Dandadan in episode 4. And I gotta say, right now, this show keeps on getting crazier by each episode, you know? I mean, the crazy stuff that's going on, but at the same time I'm enjoying all the characters as well, so. But, okay. Describe the craziness in this. Okay. They go of Momo and Ken. They go back to the tunnel where Ken first encountered the Turbo Granny. You know, they plan to head back on its home turf. And when they do, they see the tunnel, this giant head. Well, on both sides of the Turbo Granny. You know, kind of like almost like an Attack on Titan type face. You know, they try to do some bats, but the Turbo Granny eats it with its eyes. And Ken can't use his power because it's there, so he decides to take it back now. Now he's back to normal. Anyway, gave back his manhood. So Momo tries to use her powers, but kind of like this Turbo Granny, it does reveal its true self, you know. Just act like a demon, like old lady, you know, and Seal's puts like this whole type of thing around Momo because before the giant heads eat them, Momo takes her grandma's advice and just taunt it, you know, challenge it, you know. So she's like, oh, let's go. Because that's when it turns into its real, true Granny form, right? And hey, let's have a challenge. Let's play tag. You know, count to 10 minutes. And as they're running, of course, the Turbo Granny doesn't just count it. It just counts like 1 minute, or was it 1:40, 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 9 minutes. You know, or then at the course of the 10, it didn't count properly, and it's like, hey, you didn't count properly. Well, the Turbo Granny's like, well, you didn't specify how to count. Which, point taken. So, puts rocks like Momo in this, wherever this thing up in, you know, and then Ken starts, you know, just goes to doing the same thing. The Turbo Granny starts to do the same thing, you know, to Ken, you know, like, count improperly. And then now you have 10 minutes. And then Ken goes and lunges at the Turbo Granny and just goes and bites down on her tit, basically. And Turbo Granny's like, what are you doing? You let go, you know. And first, he takes his manhood. Now he goes and lunges at her and bites her in the titty part. I was like, God, what are you doing? Let go. I mean, Ken has got balls, you know, and just like. Well, this whole series of those, at least I mean on the whole craziness, you know, of this, and just like he's got balls doing that, you know. So, and kind of I'll go and possess you again, but this time it doesn't work because this time now Momo has a grip on her. When she comes, the Turbo Granny comes with like this little snake-like serpent, right? That Momo holds on to, and so, but then the whole, as the Granny said before. The spirit that's located in the tunnel in the Turbo Granny are the Merge 1. Now that they have Turbo Granny, the spirit, wherever is the spirit of this that lures in this tunnel now comes out and it comes chasing after them, which is this giant crab. This giant crab now chases after them through the city, and so Momo gets the idea. Hey, let's go to this place, like where this hot spring is, and try to pour this hot water over it. To boil it. Well, they managed to do that, but still alive. And because now we can in the Granny form, right, speed running. And while Momo's holding on to the Turbo Granny, that's like a snake, you know. It's like, and you just chase them all over through these buildings and across the destruction, which people are either people don't see it though because they say, hey, what's going on? Because it's kind of like explosions all happening all around them. And so They try this other thing where I think I was with before or after where the Turbo Granny has all these possessed people, or actually these dead spirits possess people. I think it was, and it's like how the way these zombies are like running to them, you know, and it's like how the way because also by the way, by all this whole chase is happening, you have this version of interpreting of I forget the name of the song though, but you know it's like, you know, it played in the finale of Disney's The Lone Ranger from 2013, right? The lone, you know, at the end of the finale of The Lone Ranger, you know, dun, 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 dun. You've probably heard the song before, but not in The Lone Ranger, but it's from other stuff as well. But it's like dun 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 dun. Yeah, it was. They did a different version of it though, but I could tell it was the same tune of it, right? It's like, oh, you're playing that different version of a song while they're being chased, okay? And so then they catch the train above them, and so now that one of the ways to know that the Momo lets go of the granny, so it turns back into merges with the giant crab, and now they catch the train. And that's where the trap is, where I had it on the tracks where the Momo's grandma is at, setting up the trap for it. Because it's like outside, because like each spirit or whatever has their powers outside within a boundary of a piece of land, right? So outside of town, whereas where Granny is outside, it's kind of like the line where the spirit's powers ends because it's outside its boundary limits. So she's waiting on the other side of it, where she kind of like makes sense, like on the line of it. And as the train passes, it kind of like, you know, goes from chaotic red back to the filter of the regular nighttime is, because now that now it's been defeated, now it gets defeated. All the bad spirits have now been just like disintegrates, you know, which they see was kind of like, they look like normal people. So. And the characters, despite, you know, the characters how they are with each other, they do have some heart to it. Like, after all that ordeal is done, they go back to the tunnel and they pay respect to the dead, the ones that got disintegrated. So they, at least they have the respect to show the respect to the dead, pay the respects, pray for them, you know. And then after dinner, Ken has dinner at their house again. And now they're just eating. Now they're eating crab legs, and Kenny doesn't want to eat because after they're being chased by a crab, I don't want it. And the sexual innuendos, right? Like what the granny's doing with the crab leg, you know, and even Momo was how she's eating the crab leg, you know, and that way, or what the grandma's doing with the crab leg, like doing like this. I'm like, the sexual innuendos is abundant in this. But then you get this heartfelt moment where now Ken has his manhood back now, right? And so now that they go back to him and Momo go back the way they were, right? So they say goodbye. He says goodbye, and she says goodbye back. But as he's riding off on his bike, they're both at each other, saying to each other like goodbye, as if they're like confused, right? In a confusing manner. Goodbye? Goodbye? But then Momo goes and tells him, hey, see you later, you know? Like, basically, see you later at school, basically. Hey, see you later. And Ken kind of smiles like, okay. So that has that little heartfelt moment where, okay, you know, now, because I can see their chemistry, despite them going at each other's throats, but the chemistry between them is definitely there. Now, not romantically. I think it's not going to get there yet, though. So probably later on. I think we're gonna have a second season 2. I think, you know. So, which I'm all for, you know. But I'm saying the chemistry is definitely there, but not the romance part yet. So not yet, though. And eventually that Momo will call him by his real name. So. I'm pretty sure we'll get to that too, so. But yeah. But Dandadan episode 4, it's crazy. Like I said, the whole stuff is crazy. And the animation, once again, I enjoyed the production of the show. Like I said, I think it's from the same studio that did Devilman Crybaby. I'm very sure on that part. So, which yeah, if it is, I can definitely see the animation on that from what I see from Devilman Crybaby. I can definitely see that. So the production on this, I definitely enjoy. You know, all the way, you know, when the action happens, or like the animation, how the way the spirits, you know, is like possessing, you know, or shows itself, you know. So the production is definitely very solid on this. You know, different take on the animation like I usually see. So, but I think the voice actors do a good job, and in the production, I said the music, like I said, the different version of that song I was playing during where they're chasing, you know. So. And good character, do good character, heartfelt moments, like at the end there when they're saying goodbye to each other. No, it's see you later, you know. So yeah, so episode 4 I really enjoyed, you know. So I'm definitely looking forward to say, hey, bring on episode 5 next. So yep. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more to come, more movie reviews for Halloween month, and we'll see you next time. Later.